I think Americans are waking up to climate change.
Everyone now is getting conscious that something is really happening.
But the real question becomes, what do you do about it?
We are at the beginning of a huge electrical revolution because electrification is the only way for carbon neutrality.
Increasingly, Americans understand we need more wind and solar power, but I'm not sure that folks really understand we need a new kind of grid to access those renewable resources.
I believe that we are facing now more than 10 to 20 years of underinvestment in the power grid.
Absolutely. Our grid is antiquated, was designed to connect to hydroelectric in the 30s and to coal in the 50s. We're in a different world now. We need a grid for today's technologies.
It's an investment not only in the aging infrastructure, but also an opportunity to build a grid that's resilient from the effects of climate change that we're all dealing with each and every year.
But the question is, are we going to get there fast enough? Are we doing enough quickly enough?
We have 10 years to make that shift happen.
For a state like New York, with a goal to decarbonize our entire economy by 2050, offshore wind is truly a game changer. And as you can see, there is no grid that exists in the US related to the offshore wind resource. The initial investments we're making would facilitate another 8 gigawatts of renewables across our state.
That's great.
And we want to build the grid to meet those projects when they're ready.
Wind and solar power have been better able to handle extreme weather conditions. We need to connect the parts of the country with the best renewable resources to the parts of the country with the greatest demand.
Yeah, power grid is the backbone of country's economy. When infrastructure fails, everything stops.
Look at what happened in Texas. In February, the power was there that they could have used, but that grid is not connected to the neighboring regional grid.
The world will deploy 200 gigawatts of wind offshore power in the coming 9 years. Nexans is connecting wind offshore farm, solar farm to the grid, bringing new leading-edge technology on the transmission line. There is no blocking point at all, technology speaking. It's just a question of willing to change things faster than ever before.
What we don't want to do is move from climate denial to climate resignation. Hopefully, we're at a moment where we can see progress and actually take some of these issues on head on.
Our actions in New York are going to benefit people around the globe. We invest in transmission because it helps all of us.
You're right, we are building a new economy. We are building a new ecosystem to leave a legacy to our children, which we can be proud of.